steering it is broken now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Baku City Circuit. Round 8 sees us here in SF1 with GP1 at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. SF1 Roads in the comms booth, here to bring you yet another race. Round 8 in the championship. Championship is getting pretty spicy so far, going into the combined constructors for sure, as well as some of these guys racing here in GP1. A pretty much dominant duo right now between the Mercedes. We'll get into the points after we get through short qualifying. Here we have Ross, who was the first one out on track. He's going to go on his out lap and then set a hot lap. Let's see what kind of time he can get in this evening. We had a massively interesting GP2 race. Had to be cut short because the Xbox lobbies decided to kick everybody. So it was unfortunate. So we had to call it at lap 23, but hopefully that does not happen this evening. But, however, we're going to get our minds set on this qualifying lap. We're right on board with Ross as he goes for his first hot lap in the Racing Point this evening. You have to mind me, I'm sipping on some coffee trying to get myself juiced up for this. We're going to jump on board. One of the strong tracks that you can have multiple setups. You can choose whether you want to be faster in Sector 3, which Ross is going through right now, or you could be dominant in Sector 2 and the end of Sector 1, but we'll jump on board with Ross as he's going to go for his first hot lap here during qualifying. Cardinal, what is going on? See you in the chat. Ross takes a good, clean entry and exit on Turn 1. Coming up to Turn 2, it's a little harder on the brakes, a lot more narrow on the exit. Does pretty good, gets a little out of shape. DRS is now open. Sector 1 yellow. Wonder what that looks like. It's just for the Ferrari pulling out of the way. Then we have the Turn 3. This is where it starts getting tricky, where if you want a lot more curved attacking and you want some downforce, you're going to have to bump that setup a little different. My setup, you probably wonder what I was running. It was really, really strong in Sector 3. Coming up to the infamous castle section, but we have a turn beforehand. See how he takes this. You can tack that curve quite a bit. I saw a couple guys doing it qualifying, so I gave it a shot and it worked out. We're coming up the castle section. Smooth through. Ross took a lot of curve going through there. You have to be brave to get through that section. Don't want to run out wide there. You can invalidate your lap easy. This is right around where my setup really started to play keys. These fast areas. The end of Sector 2 coming into Sector 3. Zero, what is going on? Sad to see you didn't make it, but we're going to root on Brereton in your reserve seed. Let's see how he does this evening. Had a rocky race on Friday, unfortunately. A lot of people did that were pretty far down. Hellboy gets a 5-second grid penalty for a collision with Amandale, so I'm sure that's going to be put to the stewards afterwards. Ross coming up to the DRS, and it's kind of hard to know where the DRS zone, but it's right there is where the DRS opens. Let's see what kind of time you can get into. I think pole on Friday was like a 140 flat, 141, but Ross goes right away with 39. Actually, what I'm thinking is Devla, I think, put in a 38 at some point. But Enzo goes top of the board with a 37.9. Eke right there with a 38.5. Ross 39.5. Let's see what the rest of these guys can conjure up. We have a couple guys here. Amadale pulling out of the way for, I believe it is Mercedes of JML. Let's see what kind of time he can get into. He's already running low on fuel, so and he's going to have to pull into the pits because he's really off the pace this lap. Harrison getting a little close to invalidation there. That's a bit tricky. So what time our championship leader can post on the board for his first run here in qualifying. It's going to be pretty close. Wonder if he's going to pull. No, he does put on the DRS, so he is really pushing. It is going to be a 39.9, so it's good enough for P4. He did run the mediums. I just got that, as Volcon did a 47.5 on the medium compound. Let's see where the rest of the guys. Soap's going to pull into the pits. We have Gamer Boss gonna go for a 38 flat to start this session on his run, so that's good enough for P2. Could be a nice battle between the top four right now. The top four being some of the quickest drivers I've had the courtesy of racing every now and then. Stig jumping in. He sent me his setup, and it was definitely different than the one I was running. Except for, I believe it was the ride height was pretty much similar. Stig is now going to start his outlap. His teammate just behind him, Hubsy. Lando, which was previously named SF1 Tom, has changed his gamer tag to a driver he seems to really enjoy right now. So it's going to be Lando. Taking a look, we have one reserve in this evening, as I mentioned earlier. Zero not able to make it in that Ferrari, so Raritan from GP2 is going to step into that car this evening. Take a quick look at some of the other guys. Miguel's in the pits. Hellboy is on an outlap, so it is going to be basically the two alphas right now. Let's see what they can get into. They're both running the soft compound. So it looks like Stig is going to medium compound on a 141 flat. Let's see what his teammate can do here. Coming through the castle section. What can Hubdy get himself on the board this evening for his first go? It's looking cloudy. I wonder if they're going to have a bit of rain. I wonder if that's might be why the times are relatively close to GP2 times. I haven't gotten any message yet either, so maybe we're going to be on for a surprise. There might be a little bit of rain that's going to head this way. As I don't know if anybody's watched the Imola Grand Prix this morning or whatever time it was for yourself in the world. That was I turned on the pre-race and I saw that it was raining and I was like, okay, I need to watch this race. PUBG is going to cross the line. It looks like it's going to be around the 40 mark. 40.6 for himself. Good enough for P6, just ahead of his teammate on a medium compound. So splits the medium compound duo. Harrison 39.9. But, I mean, with these guys running a medium compound, I wonder if that does mean that there's not going to be any rain in the race. But it could just be an installation lap. These guys getting the feel of the track. I noticed when you do a lot of time trial or any type of offline gameplay, the car definitely sometimes feels different. I noticed a lot of the last couple league races I've done with these guys. Once they get into the lobby, my setup seems like twice as strong. I don't know what it is, but it feels way better. Take a look down through. Looks like Soap is on an outlap. Senna's still sitting in the pits. Hellboy is gonna give it a go here. He's in Sector 1 now, just coming into Sector 2. Looks like Amandale is on an outlap right now. Lando has retired, not sure why. Clutchy, I have to take that back. Clutchy reserved this evening for the Red Bull team, stepping in for Shoof. So it's good to see the Red Bulls back in this evening. See if they can get anything on the board. We'll see what time Hellboy can run here for his first actual lap on the board. Tricky section. We've had a little bit of contact with a couple guys in GP2 through that corner. And this is the bit that is pretty much one of my favorite parts. Is the fast S's up D there, getting out of the way. Hellboy taking that nice and clean. Then you want to hug that right hand line. Oh, he's actually touched the wall. That is going to impact his time just a bit. Is he in a box? No, he's going to stay out for this lap. It's going to be a 39 flat. Good enough for P4. So Hellboy looking pretty pacey this evening. Even with touching that wall, I think he can improve by maybe a 10th. I wonder if it cut him off by a 10th. Harrison now is going to give it a go on the soft compound. I think we're going to jump on board with him, see if he can give it a go. Is he going to pull into the pits, though? He's riding the inside line. Let's see what our championship driver can do this evening in that Mercedes. Hug that curb. Entry and exit. Quite nice. He's actually separated the curb with the car. That is confidence in the setup. DRS is now his. Somebody has just improved It is. I think it was JML cuts himself in third. The 38-1. Putting Eke down in fourth. Harrison now coming up. I wonder what kind of setup he's running. I haven't asked him yet. I even asked him who he roots for in the current F1 drivers. He hasn't told me. Oh, a little deep into that corner. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Castle section, like I said, you have to be brave. I wonder if there's going to be any kind of contact that's going to happen through there. We did see on Friday, SF1 Carlos pretty much spit the car out and blocked everybody behind him on the race. I told him I wanted to see that clip, and he sent it to me. It was hilarious. I'm surprised he actually survived that too. If he's watching, cheers, SF1 Carlos. You can tell Harrison's really pushing for this lap. The track is probably cooling down a little bit with the cloud cover. It looks like it's getting just a bit heavier. Harrison, will he go to the high side? Looks like he's adjusting the angle of the car. I wouldn't adjust it too much. His drive is going to be at 38 flat, so good enough for P3, just ahead of his teammate. Look how close in the say these two are with each other. 1/10 separates these two. Take a look now. Gamer Boss looks like he's going to give it another go. He is on... Actually, he's on a flyer, and he's up on his time. By 5/10. This could be a massive lap here. He could get a 37.6. Let's see what he gets on the line. 37.6. No, 37.2. That is flying. That is going to be tough to beat. We'll see if anybody can get close enough to that time. Enzo might have a good shot. Harrison will really have to push JML. I believe he can get there as well. Can Amandale get up there? Eke, where we know has had time. I did all of nothing into the castle section and ended up with nothing. Baraton is retired from the session. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I asked up one time, you're going to have to change your Twitch name too. Orlando. Let's take a look now. Mama, can he get himself higher than P10 on the grid? A lot of these guys have opted to go for the soft compound. Everybody from P11 down to P17 will be able to start this race on a tire compound of their choice, had they not made it into the top 10. Top 10 will have to start on the qualifying tire they set their lap on. Keep an eye on some of these guys. Let's see if Stig can improve. Sitting on a 41 flat right now. Goes P9 with a 39 flat. And a feeling a bit cheeky this evening. He's going to try to get himself in the top 10 with a medium compound. I believe he's the last guy riding around the track on a medium compound. And what if he's going to pull into the pits quick and try to switch to a soft compound? He's going to have to do it relatively quickly. Take a look. No, he's going to give it a go. Let's see what Senna can do on those medium compounds leading up to this race. I think he wants to start this race relatively towards the tail end. Sometimes it can be the safer call, as there could be absolute chaos that happens ahead of you and you can stay out of it, which would just help you project yourself further in the field. And being on those soft or those fresh mediums might help. See what time can Senna get himself into. If he wants to make the top 10, he needs to probably do around a 39.2 to kind of stay safe. Let's see what Volcon and Hubby do, though. It is getting cloudier. I wonder if it's rain in the race or not. Coming up through the castle section. Maybe just a tad bit hesitant. Can he go? Oh, he's gone wide, but it didn't invalidate. Yeah, so one noticeable thing about GP1 here at SF1, ghosting is off, as well as our GP2. And for tracks like this, it could cause a bit of interesting incidences. We'll see if it happens tonight. I don't think it caused anything on Friday in GP2, but we will see if that happens or anything like that happens this evening. Senna now coming up to the end of Sector 3. DRS will be his right about now. Time can he get on the board? It is a 39:40.3, so good enough for P11 right now on those medium compounds. Volkan starting his lap now. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain here in qualifying until we go live racing. These drivers will have a 5-minute complimentary break. Can't stress that enough, as that gives me enough time to relax my voice, give you guys a rundown of the points so far this season. Already coming up next week will be the halfway through the season, with F1 2021 being announced for July 16th. Kind of playing this just right, as our season will be ending the last week of June. So it gives guys a little bit of time to gear up and get ready for the new game. However, I don't think the new game is going to be that much different than this game, apart from hopefully some of those bugs being fixed. Gamer Boss is sitting on a provisional pole right now with a 37.2. Enzo the closest next, with he's about 7/10 off of Mattis Gamer Boss. Can he get closer? He's on a flyer right now, so we'll stay actually on board with him. A lot of guys getting out of his way. Sets up fastest purple Sector 1. Let's jump on board with Enzo. Pressure could be mounted. Can he get himself through in Sector 2 for a fast time? Really locked up. A great turn in there for that hairpin. Oh, that's close. That's how you know the driver is pushing through the castle section. That took bravery for sure. Can he get a fast Sector 2 here? He's got one more corner to see. Hard on the brakes, hard on the turn in. We want to kind of slide that car. Goes not purple in Sector 2. This could be close between himself and Mattis Gamer Boss. Gamer Boss yet to set up one more lap here. He's going to get a tow from the racing point ahead. Not that big of a tow though, that's going to help. 37.2 is the mark. He's going to get a 37.7, so not close enough. Good enough for P2 though. Gamer Boss is going to start yet another lap. I don't know if he really has to. JML coming up to the castle section, hits the wall. Oh. Is anybody behind him? No, he's clear to kind of pull away. That is unfortunate for JML. He's not going to be able to improve on his last lap here. A lot of guys now going for a lap. Let's jump down with the racing point. Is that Ross? That is Ross. Let's see if he can improve. He's up on his time, so he's probably going to pull into the pits. The fixed edition. S1 2021, the fixed edition. Yeah, instead of the deluxe edition or the standard edition, why don't they give us the ultimate fixed edition? Ross going to cross the line now to end his qualifying. Who is just behind him? It is an AlphaTauri of Volkan. Is there rain falling? Doesn't look like it's the case. Volkan is going to pull it into the pits, so that's going to be his qualifying down. A lot of guys are going to cross the line now. Are they pulling in the pits? No, they're not. Soap stays P8. Hellboy has... Where is he? Oh, he's in the castle section. He's got to move. Volkan is retired from the session. Keep an eye on some of these guys. Where's Enzo at? He's coming up to Sector 3. What about the Alfa Romeo? He's going to be the first one to cross, and then we'll jump back to Amundale. Amundale goes P3, actually. A couple guys coming to the line now. Who's going to change? Harrison goes P2. Enzo staying P3. Where is Steve going to cross the line now? He's going to go P8. Mama's going to cross. Wait, who is that? I'm kidding off. Enzo pulls into the pits. He's gonna settle for P3. It looks like. I think that is it for qualifying. It was. Yes, Volkan. We do have a 5-minute complimentary break. So we're going to give you guys a results here for qualifying. As you have Mattis Gamerboss setting pole position. Good to see him back. Giving a little pressure to Harrison sitting in P2, Enzo P3. We have Amadale starting P4, so the Williams looking really strong again this evening. Eke's P5. JML is in P6. Hellboy is P7, however, he is going to have a 5 grid spot penalty. So he's going to drop down to P12. So Stig is going to start P7, but we'll give you guys P8 for Stig right now. So P9, Volcon P10, Ross is P11. We have Hubdy P12, Mama is P13, Senna P14, Clutchy P15, Lando's P16, and Ra is going to start this race in the back as a reserve. We'll see how he does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're in, it is sunny as all can be, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. So we're going to give you guys a look at the combined constructors' points as of right now. I always mention this every week, but what this is this GP2, 1, and 3 points all combined as a team, so those guys race as a unit instead of just separate teams. But we have Williams leading the way right now with 160 points, or not 160 points, 760 points. We have Alpha just behind in 703 points in second. We have Ferrari in third. We have Mercedes in fourth. Renault makes their way up to fifth, looking pretty strong. Racing Point slipped just a bit to sixth last week. We have Red Bull in seventh. McLaren is in eighth. We have Haas sitting ninth, and AlphaTauri sitting 10th. Now, like I mentioned, this is all results as of last week. Nothing from Thursday's race or Friday's race has been tallied yet. But we'll give you guys a look at the points for the GP1 guys. Harrison leading the championship. The man who's not here this evening having the reserve. Benny missing out on the race after moving up to P2 in the championship. JML slips to third. We have Eke in fourth. We have Enzo fifth. Amadale is sixth. We have Gamer Boss making his return this evening. See if he can jump up the board just a bit. Sitting in seventh. We have Stig in eighth. We have Tom ninth, who is going to have to change that name to Lando, but he's in the wrong car because he's in a Renault. Hubdy makes his way up to 10th. We have Senna in 11th. We have Hellboy in 12th. So 13th. We have Paranel, who I believe has opted to leave GP1. He was in 14th. Shoof is 15th. We have Mama in 16th. We have Ross, brand new driver to Racing Point. He's in 17th. Volcon 18th. Jono, who is not here this evening, he's in 19th. And Sink, who I think he's supposed to be here. I'm not sure if he's here or not, but he is in 20th right now. Lando, I just tried to change it and it won't allow me, but it is showing up on the stream, so I think you're good there. That's fun, Tom. But guys, we should be going for, let's see, they told me in the chat. GP1 9 on the dot, ladies and gentlemen. So we have just about 3 minutes, and somebody's readied up. It's been soap. All right. Hopefully everybody's ready to go. Volcon, if you can hear me, if you're watching the stream, somebody readied up early, so if you can get back as quick as possible, that would be great. See if these guys are ready to go or not. A couple guys have clicked that tick box. Let's see. Is everybody off the line? It looks like, wow, okay, the Williams had some kind of really weird thing hanging off. Looks like Stig is not moving. A couple other guys are moving, so there's only SF1 Stig who is not on the... Is that... No, that's Hubdy who's not moving. So unfortunate for Hubdy, he's going to have cold tires. He's been disqualified from the formation lap. Clutchy has left the session. Hopefully he can get himself back in before this race kicks off. This man starting on pole position this evening. Can he convert that into a win? It is going to be all about focus. You have to have massive focus around here because any small mistake could open a window and chip your wing or even damage the car far worse than that. you guys some of the look here. It's like everybody's getting geared up and put onto the grid. I was using that as my nice voice break before we go red racing. Get some nice sip of coffee before we get ready. Delta's a bit screwy. We'll see what happens. Waiting for those 5 red lights here. The kickoff in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 5 are lit, and we are away for this Grand Prix. Let's see. Gamer Boss gets a good, decent start coming into turn 1. Let's follow through. Everybody clean through. Turn 2 is always a question as well. Can everybody get through in turn 2? A bit punchy. There's a couple guys gone wide. What is going on? There's an AlphaTauri off. That was a bit of an incident and a half. We'll see what happened, but we'll give you guys the delta as soon as we get back to underneath 1 lap in on the books. Gamer Boss still leads away. Harrison in second. I think Enzel's right behind him. Amadale just behind his teammate. Oh, they have a Renault going deep into that corner. That is going to allow JML a good run here. Let's jump on board with the Alfa Romeo chasing JML in that Mercedes. Coming up to the castle section. This is going to be where it's a bit interesting. Who's going to be brave? Everybody looks like they get through relatively cleanly. Coming up to the fastest section on the track. Just have to get through a couple corners here. Everybody's looks like how's he? AlphaTauri, I think, has a wounded car. He might have to pit here, but Gamer Boss still leading the way in that Red Bull, trying to pull off. It could be a Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton look here. Give me a better camera angle than that. Clutch hasn't left the session. Hopefully he can get himself back in. There we go. That is a better camera angle. Once these guys cross the line, I'll give you guys the delta back. I'm probably sure it's screwy. There we are. Let's get the information up as well. Telemetry on for you guys. So yeah, it's all screwy like it usually is. Gamer Boss is definitely leading this race. And it's only DRS is enabled, which is not. It's only lap 2. Once these guys cross the line though at the back, it should fix itself. How is Harrison doing? He is closing in on Gamer Boss. Let's see how long he can hold on to the back of the Red Bull, maybe using his toe to kind of reel him in. Amadale's right behind his teammate as well. Where's JML? How far is he from? That's Eke just ahead. Sticks just behind. Six going a bit deep. Soap just riding behind. Clutchy has joined, getting himself back in. Alright, the Delta has fixed itself in the right order, and it's popped back up. So there you guys have it. Harrison's only 1 second behind Gamer Boss. Enzo 1.6 behind Harrison, his title rival for 3 years in a row. So it could get a little spicy between those two as well. Enzo picking up the win last week. Volkan, just clip it and send that into the stewards. They'll take care of it. Fortunately, things like that do happen in league racing. It happened massively in GP2. We'll see if Amandale has a little bit more pace than his teammate. I wonder if he'll let his teammate go through. Enzo, that is. I wonder if team orders are going to come into play. And the Delta's gone again, so we don't know exactly how far away. Harrison is going to have DRS, though. Jump on board if he's going to close in. He's not using it. Oh, it's on lap 2, okay. So he actually does not have DRS. It's just showing us that he does have it, which is not the case. He should have it this time around, though. As he's going to flap that open. Enzo's going to be out of it. Alvendale is going to have it against his teammate, aka a little further down the road. That Renault sounds like it's going to explode. I have no idea what that was. Did you guys hear that? Just like listen to it. Oh, it's gone now. There it is. Something new every time I stream. Let's see if Stick can get any closer. Harrison is chasing down Gamer Boss. Oh my gosh, I thought he was gonna hit the wall there. He's close, but that's being brave, and to win on this track, you have to push it. Mama has left the session. Hopefully, he can get himself back in. Volkan is catching the back of that Red Bull Clutchy sister team versus Big Brother team. He's gonna have DRS on him. Will he be able to get around? He has a good run. He's gonna go to the inside. Will he make a move? No, I think he's gonna stay behind Clutchy for the time being and line him up later down the road on this race. Clutchy was severely fast in GP2 on Friday. Unfortunate though, he had an incident early on in the race. Harrison closing down. Mattis Gamer Boss putting 1.8 between himself and Enzo. Close enough, but not. Oh, Gamer Boss! Oh, Gamer Boss hit the wall! Does he have damage? I think there's an end plate missing. He does have damage, so this might open up the Williams team now. It just got a little more spicy. Let's jump on board with Amadale for a bit and ride as you guys watch some of this intense racing going on. Gamer Boss locks up heavily again, so does Enzo. They're doing a bit of a weave after the game. He's trying to warn his teammate that something's wrong with the Red Bull just ahead. I know those two talk the whole race together. I wonder if they're going to line up a move around Red Bull in the end of Sector 3. The long straight with DRS, and they get close enough to him. You can survive this race with an end plate missing, as you saw Whiffy doing an absolute job of it on Friday. However, he was on the medium compound compared to my hard compound. But as you can see, Gamer Boss is doing quite the same. Cuts that corner massively though. It's going to be a warning. I will say that GP2, warning-wise, penalties on track, but it's very limited. So these guys might have just the same amount of a race, and it might not come down to penalties at the end of this race. Jump on board Enzo, who's in the middle of this race going on, and Harrison's taking the lead. At 1.7, he's separating himself. 1.6 now. Is Enzo close enough to make a move around that Red Bull? Close him down, but not close enough for a move. Pit window is already open for these guys in the soft. I will have to, that's something I didn't mention. Yeah, the softs on this track will go off massively quick, either by lap 5 or 6. So a lot of these guys' pit windows were going to be around that time. They're going to move to the hard compound and take them to the end. Or they could go for a 2-stop. Enzo's thinking about it. Poke the car in. Oh, Gamer Boss has gone wide again. It's going to be Enzo up in position. Is he going to try to hold on? No, so that's going to be Gamer Boss down another position, down to P3. Can Amadale capitalize on this? He's got to watch himself, though, because the car ahead is battling a little bit of wind damage. Don't go for it here, Amadale. Don't go for it here. That's not a move you want to make around the outside. Goes for the inside line. What a cutback move. Amadale now up to P3 with that move. That was class. I think that so far that has got to be the move of the race I've seen. Unfortunately for GamerBoss, he is struggling. And he had that wing damage. JML, how's he doing? He's in P6 right now. Keep it quiet. Sometimes that's the best in this race. Just run your own race. I think he's missing an end plate, though. He is. So that is unfortunate that Mercedes has a little bit of damage. Stig holding on. Not sure what has happened to Hub's down in P13. Rara ahead of him on P12. Senna looking relatively clean. Let's give you guys a look at the tires, actually. I completely forgot that. So GamerBoss dives into the pits early to try to fix the wing and put on a hard compound to take him to the end. See how this carries on. Hard compound. Oh, he's going to the medium compound, so he's going to opt for a two-stop here. Front wing is down. Car's down. Fixed. Ready to go. Back to racing. Where's he going to drop into? JML pulled him into the pits as well. He's going for the hard compound, so that's definitely a one-stop strategy. Soap has put on the inters. Not quite sure why Soap is on the inters, and he's just taken off a huge chunk of his wing. I think he meant to try to switch to strategy to the hard compound and accidentally clicked a little too far right and it's put on the inners. So that is going to damage his race severely. His teammate's going to pass him now. Volkan should pass him. Clutchy is going to pass him as well. So Soap's going to be down in P16. The new front wing and putting on the correct tires, medium compound. Still going to be a two-stop strategy for him, though. He's going to hope for a safety car to get himself back in. Harrison leading this race still. Amadale right behind his teammate. Let's jump on through. I doubt these two are going to double stack in the pits. Let's see who dives for the pits first. I wonder if it's going to be Amadale or if it's going to be Enzo. I think Enzo backed up just to give Amadale a little bit. Clutchy has left the position. Amadale, oh my gosh. Almost lost the car. He's going to have DRS. I think Enzo's going to pull him in the pits. There goes Enzo into the pits. Harrison's going to stay out as well, so Harrison's going to put one more lap on these soft compounds and moves Eke up to third. Stig is coming into the pits. Has he decided? He does. Last minute. I kind of want to get rid of that. I want people to respect the pit line. We'll say so far early in this race, 2 to look out for. Number 4, number 5, Lando and Senna making rounds through. I know they have yet to stop and they started on harder compounds, but I want to say, Carlos says, I hate the pits here. And from what I saw on Friday, I would agree with you if I were you. I'd also hate the castle section. Lando trying to chase down his teammate just ahead of him. Well, I wouldn't say just, I would say 10.5 seconds. Senna not backing down from Lando just ahead of him. This could be a good battle between the two. Jump down, GamerBoss really on the back of Mama now. Mama's gonna pull on the inside. I gotta get a better view than that. Mama, oh, that was a bit dangerous. This GamerBoss is gonna try for the outside. What Amadale did to him, it's not gonna work. Mama is ghosted right now. Well, not ghosted, he's lost connection. So the GamerBoss is really racing an AI here. And we've seen the AI be absolutely difficult to race against. These guys make Castle look easy. A couple of these guys have gone through and GamerBoss cuts. I don't know if he's cutting or if he's just finding that optimal corner. He should get around the racing point relatively easy here, though. Rara's just behind. 6-lap old hards. Harrison and Eke into the pits. Eke, I thought he went to a soft compound. Amundale is going to stay out for another lap on those soft compounds. Gamer Boss should easily take over the racing point here into turn 1. Looks like that's going to be the case. He's definitely on a 2-stop strategy. Take a look at Amundale on those soft compounds. See if he loses any time to SF1 Tom or Lando. I gotta get used to that. Lando in P2. Let's have Senna right behind. Senna is catching him relatively quickly though. Amundale has those soft compounds dialed in. He's not losing any time. Could he go from a soft to a medium compound? He'd have to take those softs, maybe another 3 or 4 laps if he wanted a shot at it. If he can make the softs last that long, he can make those mediums last that long. However, these two have Harrison just behind him. Senna has lost a little bit of time to Lando just ahead of him. However, Harrison on those brand new hard compounds chasing down that Ferrari. Mercedes team being locked into battle on combined points with the Ferrari team just ahead. Keep an eye on Harrison, see if he makes a move here for Senna for that P3. Currently leading this race as the top 3 if yet to pit. Let's see if Amundale dives into pits now. He is not. He's going to start bleeding a bit of time, I believe, to some of the other guys. Harrison does have DRS against Senna. Is this going to be a good, clean move around the inside? I think Senna's not going to fight it too much. I think he's running his own race. I believe we had 3 safety cars in GP3 or 2 on Friday. I wonder if these guys will have any. I haven't even had a virtual safety car yet. Even that massive bit in turn 2. Lando's still not really making a lot of time off to Amundale, but he is starting to collect those tenths off. I think Amundale's tires are starting to go off massively. Heavy lock up into that corner. Just shaved some time off from Lando behind him as well. I think Amundale's going to pit this lap. Gotta keep an eye on some of the other guys. Stig really battling Mama just ahead. We'll have to jump to that battle. Gamer Boss is caught back up to Ross. Senna holding onto the back of Harrison. Gotta jump down to this battle. This is gonna be Titanic. Jumping with JML. Mama's still disconnected, so Stig's gotta kick her easy through the castle section. Follow this racing point without a driver. Stig goes a little wide. That's gonna offer JML a space to get around. I think these guys are going to overtake the racing point and make it 3 wide. What do you guys think? We'll jump on board and see how this goes. Racing point's not too far ahead. See Senna, Amundale's finally pitted. Three wide. Whoa! What was the racing point doing? Oh, that's close. Is that, yeah, that's that's the AI really battling it out there. So, JBL moves up to P9, Stig P10. Where's Amundale come out of the pits? He's come out P5 with Eke just behind him. Gamerbot still trying to make his way up through after an early mistake, clipped the wall and took off a bit of his wing. Lando leading this race, Harrison just behind. Senna not backing down either, sitting P3 within that toe. Sector 2 yellow. What is that? That's Amundale. Amundale has crashed in the castle section. So far this week, GP2 and GP1, Williams have not been enjoying the castle section. Yes, that one's for you, SF1 Carlos. Safety car, ladies and gentlemen, for that collision. And JML and Stig have gotten themselves a 5-second for collision underneath the safety car. Oh boy. That would probably be clipped and sent into the stewards, I'm sure. I'm not sure what happened between the two. Not sure what happened indeed. Not any of these guys. Will they box? I know I do not. Harrison is going to pull the trigger though, and he's going to go for a medium compound. Lando's done the same. This could work out massively for Lando. Harrison's going to go for a medium compound. How about the same for Lando? Enzo's going to box for a medium compound. Ladies and gentlemen, this man who started P last, I'm going to call it P last, is going to lead this race on a brand new medium compound. So this race has opened up massively for the Renault driver. Senna, who started pretty much P14, is going to be a top 3 contender right now. It's gotten really... Gamer Boss unfortunately had to go to a hard compound as well as Senna, because Senna was on the medium compound. They will have the grip to the end, so they can really push as much as they want. However, I know I might have overfueled the car just a bit in the race on Friday. So if they're overfueled, you really have to push to get the temperature in these tires, because you're going to want to go as quick as possible. We're going to see how Lando, I gotta get used to that. Lando starts this race off once the safety car pulls in. Yeah, it's shaken up quite massively here. Stig now down to P12, having served that 5-second. JML served his too, so unfortunately that can't be taken off, I don't think. I have to read up on the rules myself. So I don't, like, I don't read the rules because I usually don't break the rules, if that makes sense. I understand what the rules are, so I don't usually collide into anybody intentionally. JML, Rara moves himself up to P9, so this race looking really good so far for the Ferrari as well as the Renault team. Ross gets himself up to P6. Gamerboss has another go here. He is on the hard compound though, so he's gonna have to push a little bit harder. Safety car, first one on the race, usually allows everybody to catch up with them in the tow, so we'll see this hopefully go back to green flag racing within a lap's time. We'll jump on board with the man leading this race. Lovely aerial camera right there, and it's cut off. So how's everybody in the chat? How are you guys doing today? Did you catch the Formula 1 race this morning or this afternoon wherever you live? And if so, what did you think of it? And if you're catching this race now, if you watched from the beginning, what are you thinking of this race? It has gone absolutely bonkers. I can't call this. It's just, sometimes that's league racing. You get luck thrown your way, and then all of a sudden you're leading a race on a fresh compound. Nobody with a time penalty to their name for track limits yet. I noticed this track is pretty lenient on the time penalties as well. Some of the guys, everybody except Clutchy is on a brand new compound. Volcon has gone to a soft compound though, so I don't know if that was the right call. And Clutchy spun in the castle. See, Volcon went to the soft compound. It'd be cool if you could take those 12 laps. It would be massively impressive. And you will be dubbed Tire Master of Azerbaijan as of today. I thought it was going to be Almondale. Almondale had that mistake though in the castle section. It's dropped him to P11. His teammate riding in P4. So what looked like so far a strong weekend for the Williams has now kind of flipped itself on its head. Could that be reverted? Can these guys have a good recovery race? We'll see. Safety car is in this lap. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to racing as soon as that safety car pulls in the pits. Tom is going to have the right to back up this field. Let's see how he does it. I had to do it twice on Friday. Let's see how this guy does it. Well, not Tom, but Lando. I'm going to say that every time. See how he gets on, weaving those tires, trying to get the temperature in. Harrison wants to go. Tom's not going just yet. Safety car is back in the pits. When is Tom going to put the throttle down? He's waiting. Everybody's backed up. Look at the field. And Tom, I think, is going to go now. He's gone. Look at the battle between Enzo, Senna, and Mattis Gamer Boss. Oh, this is not going to end well. Let's jump on board with Ross Plum coming in the turn one. Everybody's, please behave. Enzo's gone deep. Gamer Boss takes over the position. There's a Renault on the inside. That's Eke. Oh, Ross, no, it's not. They're going to have to take a very narrow line. Oh, there's a collision between the Ferrari. Oh, my goodness. Restarts of this track. Mama's Racing Point is flying. There's Armadale on the inside. A bit of contact between the two. That's right with the Alfa Romeo. That is Stig. Oh, there's contact. There's even more contact. It's an end plate missing again from JML's wing. It looks like it's going to be the case. There's contact made between himself and the Alfa Romeo yet again. Keep an eye on these guys. I don't even have to look at the penalties this race. It looks like Volcon's got a lot of damage again to the back of that wing, or the front wing, that is. Sorry, I'm looking at a rear view mirror thinking back. Up deep, just behind. It'll be a strong race for him. He can work his way up. That's Clutchy making a move on Rah-Rah. Clutchy is actually not in the session, so that's not his racing car. So in P17, just what he needed after he pitted early and accidentally put on the intermediates. So he can have a go here. Jump back. Harrison right on the back of Lando. Going for the lead of this race. Is he going to make it? He's going to go for the inside. Lando's going to cover the outside. That is Harrison back up to the lead of this race. Can Lando hold onto the back of him? Gamer Boss charging down though. Senna right behind Gamer Boss though, looking for a move. Gamer Boss getting dangerously close to that wall. We did see him clip his wing off. I think it was in that wall as well. Lando staying right behind Harrison. Gamer Boss locks up those hard compounds. He's got Enzo just behind him. Eke is not too far. Well, that is some strong company to be sandwiched in between. I am not envious of Senna right now. But, I mean, if you want to be the best, you have to race the best. Senna is doing quite a great job right now, getting himself through this field, holding on to the back of Gamer Boss, having a double-time SF1 champion just behind him and holding on to his position. Eke is now looking pretty pacey against Enzo. At this point, I don't even know who's going to get a podium. It could all go crazy as Eke has cut that corner quite a bit. As JML is going to be the first one to pick up a 3-second time penalty this weekend. Jump on board. These guys won't have DRS just yet. Enzo a little out of shape out of the exit of the S's. Same goes for Eke. Senna just ahead. You see Enzo charging. Senna's going to guard the inside line. Can he hold it? Space. Oh, there's a bit of... Definitely the wheels touched there. Senna's going to hold on to his position though. Oh, that was close. This is helping Armadale get right back in the fight. Enzo's going to go for a move on Ferrari. Oh, that was close. Side by side, they're going to go into turn 3. Bit of contact made again. This is helping Eke's case. Eke's going to go for a move now on... And oh, there's contact made between the Ferrari and the Renault. And Armadale's going to go for a look. Oh, this is getting a bit dangerous. Armadale, that's not going to move. That's not going to work yet. I wouldn't tuck that far out. Looks like Senna makes a little bit of contact with his rear on that wall. Okay, a little bit of dirty air might be affecting some of his understeer there. Lando, 1 second, 1.2 now between himself and Harrison in the lead of this race. 15 laps out of 26. Let's give you guys a look at the positions so far in this race. They're going to be flipped up all like crazy. Lando's up 14. We have Senna up 9 positions. We have Plum up 2. We have Hellboy up 2. We have Mama up 1. We have Clutchy up 1, but I think he's ghosting both him and Mama. And then our biggest loser, unfortunately, right now, J-Mel down 9 positions. As you see, Eke going for a move on Amadeo around Senna. Could be a 3-way battle coming into turn 1. Eke's looking quite pacey here on these medium compounds. Oh, Eke goes a little deep into that corner. Senna's just behind. Keep an eye on the lead of this race. You can see Minus Gamer Boss really starting to catch Lando now. Alcon gets around JML for P15. You guys back to the look of the tires. I can give you guys information that penalty that JML, he is the only one so far with a 3-second time penalty. Everybody else is clean right now. And the battle between these Eke is really keeping an eye on Amadeo. Oh my gosh. Sector 2 yellow. What's happened to Lando? Lando's in the wall. No, Lando's crashed into the wall. Out of P2. He's gonna have to be careful when he gets going again. He's gonna have to pit. That is him down to P12. Mama's ghosting car, I believe. Let's jump on board and see if he's still ghosting. Yes, he is. There's only a local yellow. There's no virtual safety car or anything for that. So that is not going to help Lando at all. He's going to have to pit and fix that wing. He's probably going to drop down to at least 16th or so. JML running in P16. Harrison leading this race. So unfortunately right now, it's not a solid day for the Mercedes team. Right now, Williams looking the best team. Only to help themselves in that constructors a little bit more. He's still trying to chase him down though. Can he have a say in that matter? Senna's not too far behind either. He will have a lot more grip on the hard compounds towards the end of this race with the guys in the mediums ahead of him. Gamer Boss might be making those hard compounds stick a little bit better than Harrison's mediums towards the end of the race as well. Lap 17 out of 26. We have 9 laps remaining. They are ticking down quite quickly. Only one safety car, that tends to happen. Hubdy now in the back of Soap. These two have history from last season. See if Hubdy can get a good clean line against the McLaren driver. Stig not too far behind Ross as well. Ross is actually right behind the other McLaren, Hellboy. See what Hubdy can do here. And he stayed behind. He's starting to drop a little bit in the faster sector. Gotta use that toe to catch yourself back behind McLaren. Stig has fallen out of DRS range, as well as Hubdy. Eke has fallen out of DRS range as well. Amadeo is closing in on his teammate. Good look now, Amadeo and Enzo. See if these two play nice. Ross, he's dove into the pits. He's probably going to put on his soft compound. New front wing as well, so he's going to go for, I would say, going for another set of mediums. At this point, I would have taken the soft compound. But if he had any left, I'm not sure. Rara, is he in the race? Yes, he is. He's got Lando coming close. Nice battle here, back to back. Side by side into the first turn. Lando's going to take that position, go up to P16. Unfortunately, what could have been, he was leading the race after the safety car. brand new medium compound, but had a mistake. That's what happens. You just have one small mistake, and it could catch your entire race out. And Eke getting himself closer to these two Williams ahead of him. He's really pushing that overtake button to stay within the toe of these guys ahead. How much is Enzo has half a battery. Amadeo's really trying to push to get himself closer. Eke is within DRS range though. Can he have a go at the two Williams? Jump on board with the Renault driver. Virtual safety car. Lando has retired from the race. He's crashed in the castle section. Is anybody close to it? No. Oh, the Ferrari just went through it. And I think the Ferrari just picked up damage from that car because of ghosting. It's not on, so he tried to go through. Unfortunate for Rara this evening. A kind of similar thing happened to him in GP2 on Friday. He's gonna have to pit. Nobody caught for speeding. Enzo and Amadeo. Eke's right there in case something happens. This could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. The battle here could be the best, or best of the rest of the field's best battle of this weekend. Keep an eye on some of the other battles. This is the closest, though, on track. Just a bit behind. 8/10. He wants to keep that within a second if he wants to get a go. A DRS with the two Williams ahead. Amadeo does get around his teammate. I wonder if those guys are definitely playing teammate tactics. Similar to Lando and Ricardo today. Sector 2 yellow. Virtual safety car happens again. What has happened now? Ferrari. JML 5 second for severe collision with Clutchy. Clutchy is retired. That was his ghosting car. Ross is 5 second for severe collision with Clutchy. Yeah. Can't believe it was such a good race till the wall shame of Lando. You had the lead. This is what happens here. Well, keep in mind, Carlos, get your calculators out because that was a lot of guys that got 5 seconds for I think it was a ghosting car that put himself into the wall. Keep an eye on when these guys can go back to racing. Still under VSC caution here at lap 20, so 6 laps do remain. Back to green flag racing, and Enzo's been caught napping a bit, but he's right there. 1.1 though, he's out of DRS range. Can he get himself closer? These two, Amadeo has not charged his battery as much. Enzo's riding on nearly 60%. Eke, can he get closer through the castle section? Everybody else kind of spaced out as it stands right now. Stig puts himself on the P7 so far in this race. Can he get himself closer to Hellboy just ahead? See if Gamer Boss can catch that Mercedes ahead. Harrison really pushing that Mercedes as hard as he can. There is a reason why he has a championship title. And why he's defending his title now. Man has gotten massively quick every season. See, I used to race him in GP2 3 or 4 seasons ago. Amadeo now in P3. Enzo closing in on his teammate. Will they swap positions? We'll see. It looks like it's going to be the case. Oh no, maybe Amadeo's going to have another go at it. Eke now. Amadeo does have the DRS. He's going to swap positions again with his teammate. Oh, that was a bit close. Coming into turn 3. They're both locking up those medium compounds. Eke Okay, is now back within DRS range from these two battling each other. Gamerboss not being able to put a little any time towards Harrison. 3.1 though, with 5 laps. Just 5 laps remain. Volkan gets around. Oh, Senna and Mama. Senna really trying to push to get around that AI car. Mama holding the people. Volkan gets himself back up to P10. Hubdy's up to P9. Soap is in P8. Can Hubdy get himself closer to Soap just ahead? Steve really trying to push to get himself closer to Hellboy, but Hellboy is 3.7 seconds up the road. Eke will have DRS on the two Williams just ahead. Enzo a little bit further down the road now this time around from his teammate Amadale. I think Amadale slowed a bit. Really, I think they're trying to catch Gamerboss just ahead, but I don't think it's gonna work. Can Eke find that pace that he needs for the last 4 laps here to get himself a nice battle between himself and these Williams? Never mind, we have it. Let's see if Senna can get around that racing point finally. Senna up to P11. Volkan just ahead. I believe those two know each other quite well. They've raced each other before. Yeah, that is the closest battle right here. Eke chasing Enzo down. Can he get him? That should actually ride with Amadale in his rearview mirror. His teammate just behind him. There's Eke. Oh, Amadale's rear end wanted to step out so bad. Okay, just taking that Renault right over the curb. Okay, is closer now. He's a lot closer to Enzo this time around. Can he have a good go? Here comes the Renault. They're both going to have DRS though against Amadale. Let's take a look at Amadale's screen. DRS is both theirs. Eke is closing in. Jump in the middle of the screen because that is where the action's happening between these three right now. All for P3, the last step on the podium. We have a second 2 yellow. It looks like, is that J-Mel? I think that was J-Mel. It was J-Mel. Something happened to him in the castle section. He's missing his entire front wing. Jump back with these two, actually these 3. J-Mel has retired from the race. Will that be a final safety car? It looks like it's not going to be anything, just a local yellow. No cars around. Oh no, there's a safety car! Because Robert overtook him, we have a safety car at the end of this race. This has just gotten even spicier. I think this is really gonna hurt, make Harrison a little uncomfortable with 2 laps left at the end, because this safety car is probably going to be out for 1 lap, and then it's going to be go time. No DRS to help any of these guys, so if you can, charge that ERS as much as you can now. But the guys on the hards, it's going to be a bit difficult, like Stig and Gamerboss. They're not going to have the pace that the guys on the mediums are going to have behind them, depending on how much wear they put on those mediums so far. Is anybody going to take a shot at box for a new soft compound? Senna has already. I wonder if he has another new set sitting in the pits that he can jump on. Gamerboss does pit. He's going to go for a soft compound here at the end. And a new front wing. Oh, he's damaged his front wing again. That might be why he wasn't able to keep up with Harrison, so this has gotten spicier. Gamer Stig's gonna pull into the pits. Is Hubsy gonna do the same? No, Hubsy's gonna stay out on the medium compound. Gamer exits the pits in P6. He's gonna be massively quick at the end of this race. All these guys ahead of him on old medium compounds. This man might be a guy to watch. He might have taken the gamble. Will the soft compound work for himself with 2 laps left? Where is that safety car? It's coming up into sector 2, right before the corner of the castle section. This man leading has Amandale just behind Enzo. Eke looking for a nice run here to end this race. Hellboy might have one of his best finishes of the season in P5 right now, but it is going to be a tall task. Gamer Boss on a brand new set of softs has to go by lap 24, I think. McLaren are doing well. That's the point Carlos in the chat. It is going to get spicy, for sure. See who can collect the back of the pack here. Right before the safety car does pull in. A lot of guys still going through the castle section. I see on the mini-map, Lando has left the session. Wonder why you didn't stay to see your teammate, see if he could pull one off there, Lando. Oh, that was close from the McLaren into the back of the Renault, but did not happen, so all clear. Harrison, okay, does get a contact with that will be removed for sure. Senna gets one as well, I think, at some point. Not sure what for, but Harrison's going to have the right to back this pack up and restart this race. He has to wait for the safety car to pull into the pits. That's going to allow everybody to catch the tow. Here we go. A couple guys have moved to the soft compound. Stig, Gamer Blast, can they make it work in the last 2 laps? Harrison's put the throttle down. Armadale has not been caught napping. Enzo, Eke's right there. Let's jump on board with these two going into turn 1. Armadale's going to go for it. That's going to be dangerous. Whoa. Oh, Armadale caught off of it. Both Williams are going to go side by side. No, it's not going to happen. Gamer Boss on softs. He is going to be flying through these corners and try to get around. But the Jake is not on. He's going to save it. Alex Harrison, he's right there in the lead. Keep an eye on some of these guys. Senna, Hubdy. Stig has moved himself back up to P7. This is getting crazy. There was no touch yet. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely going to be removed. If there was a touch, it was the tiniest touch. Maybe a Happy Gilmore tap it in touch. Okay, Gamer Boss battling it out. Gamer Boss moves up to P4, and now he has Williams in his sight through the castle section. Somebody has chipped off the wing. That is a Williams. Who has chipped their wing off? I think it was Amandale. I can't tell quite yet. Let's see. It was Amandale. Amandale is missing an end plate, so Gamer Boss has... Oh, he's going to go for it here. Harrison is at... How stressful do you think this is going to be for Harrison? Eke right there. Stig on softs right behind. Eke gets a 3-second for multiple warnings. That will stick, unfortunately. He has Hellboy just ahead. Let's see if Gamer Boss can make a run here at Amandale. Should be easy peasy. Amandale, that is not... Amandale. No. 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 Thank you. That's kind of karma, if you even ask me. Eke's going to have a run here. Amandale is going to pull out of it, though. Amandale. Oh, Eke really battling the rear end of that Renault. Stig getting closer and closer. Harrison, Enzo chasing down the 2 cars. This is the last lap. I almost got caught off guard. Eke right behind. Let's jump on board with Enzo trying to chase down our leader. Can Gamer Boss get closer through the sector 2? Look at everybody in the line. Anything can happen here in the last couple corners. Does Gamer Boss go for it here through castle section? He's right on the rear end now of Enzo. coming up into, I think Harrison just has a few more corners to navigate before he can take the checker flag. Does have these two battling right behind him, and oh, Mattis Gamerboss gets a 3-second. You can't keep cutting, and that's going to happen. What has happened to Amandale? Amandale's crashed out somewhere. That's going to leave a couple guys ahead. Oh, what is going on? Let's jump down the line. This man has done what he had to. Gamerboss is going to cross, but he's going to drop down. Plum is retired at the end of this race. What is going on? Harrison is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Mattis Gamerboss P2, but he's going to drop P3. Eke is going to take P3, I think, at the very end. No, it doesn't. Hellboy goes P4. McLaren, what a job today. P5. Hubdy P6. Stig P7. Amadale drops to P8. I think there might be a penalty coming his way as well for some of the dangerous maneuvers on the straight. As you see, Senna gets P9. We have Eke P10, unfortunately. Mama P11. Volkan P12. And Rara is going to be the last finisher on this race. P13. Not too bad for a reserve drive this evening. Beats out a couple of the faster GP1 drivers. Yeah, if you got a clip Volkan, just send it in. We'll take care of it. We're going to see Rara cross the line now and finish our race. Driver of the day is TX3 Hellboy. Congratulations to himself. Give you guys a rundown of the race results in just a bit. Alright, race results in. Here we have it. SF1 Harrison wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, followed by Enzo in second, and Mattis Gamerboss round out your podium for this evening. Running down the order, McLaren had a solid job this evening. P4 and P5 for Hellboy and Soap. Hubdy P6, Stig in P7. We have Amandale P8, Senna P9, Eke P10. Mama's ghosting car, I believe, finished P11. We have Volkan P12 and Rara P13. Out of this race, unfortunately, as casualties this evening, we had Ross Plum, JML, Clutchy, and Lando. We're going to get these guys in for a podium interview in just a second. Let's get that ready and loaded up. Alright, let's get these guys into a party. See if anybody... Alright, Gamerboss is here, just waiting for Harrison. I don't think Enzo will show. Alright, we got both guys in here, so we're gonna get these podium interviews kicked off. Wow, what a race towards the end. That late safety car really threw a spanner in the works, but we're gonna kick it off with P3. Mattis Gamerboss making that late dive to fix your wing in the soft compounds, driving through the field, and I did definitely catch on stream the Amandale incident, or a couple incidents that happened. So give us a rundown of your race, Gamerboss. Great recovery to get yourself right back up to P3. Would have had P2 on track, unfortunately, for that late 3-second call. But talk us through your race, mate.
It was a messy race. Got a good start. Harrison was his race pace was very quick. He was sticking with me, and obviously I made the first mistake, broke my wing, and had to come in, and I got helped by some safety cars here and there. And yeah, broke my wing again, dove in for the softs, and yeah, got the last penalty, but Enzo and Harrison deserved P1 and P2. They were very fast. I wasn't on the top of my game, to say the least. And yeah, Harrison just was too quick for me today.
I still can't take anything away from a P3. You did a solid job to get yourself back up. Even with those 2 mistakes, I, for one, would never have been on a podium if I crashed into the wall twice and had to fix my wing twice. But severe, solid job this evening, Gamer Boss.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No problem. All right, we'll move it on to the man who won. I bet you were very sweaty towards that last safety car. I know you were, because I was like, oh man, this is going to spice it up with a couple of guys behind. But you managed to hold on, get yourself away on that restart clean, especially that nice battle between yourself and I want to call him SF1 Tom, but Lando leading after the second or the first safety car, but getting around in pretty much a relatively quick time. Picking up the win, going further, putting yourself further ahead against Zero and JML in the championship. Harrison, you have the floor. Give us a rundown of your race, because that was pretty clean from you, but what happened behind was pretty mental.
Yeah, I kind of saw that from the actual track map and obviously the party that I was in. But quality, the cloud cover didn't really help me because I was lacking temperatures in the tyres, so I couldn't get the full potential of time that I could probably got in qualifying, but I was still happy with P2 in the end. Restart, probably one of my average starts. It's because the last few weeks I've had bad starts, and that's probably the best one I've had in the last few weeks. But stayed in P2, and then it was just trying to stick with Gamer Boss until he made a mistake. Cause, a few laps before his actual bad mistake, I saw his rear end twitching at the exits of certain traction zones. So I knew he would either spin and hit the wall and get damage, or spin and DNF, but he managed to keep it from DNFing when he cleared the wall at turn 1. Had to take a very harsh avoiding action to not collect him, and then from there I was just trying to pull away from the 2 Williams guys behind me and Eke. Pitted for the hards, came out behind, I think it was Center, and I'm just going to say SF1 Tom because I'm so used to that. I got past Senna, and then the safety car came out. Pitted for the mediums because I knew the hards on a restart are not that great. Came out still in the same position behind SF1 Tom, and on the restart, he got a better restart than what I did, but on the next lap I did manage to pass him down into turn 1. And then from there I was just trying to pull away from Lando and Gamer Boss. And then the 2 VSCs, which were quite annoying because when they were ending I was in the middle of a straight, so I had to build my gaps back up again. And then that last safety car, I just want to whack JML over the head right now. Yeah, managed to keep Emmendale at bay, kind of tried for a dive into turn 1, which didn't really phase me that much. He let Enzo by and tried to keep with me, but he just can't get close enough to make a move. I saw Madders pitted under the safety car for the sauce because I did believe he had damage because he lost about 2.5 seconds in 2 laps, so kind of guessed he did get damage, but I'm happy with the win. After the race I had yesterday, getting P2, getting spun round at turn 2, and then finishing P4, so it was a better race today than what I had yesterday, but I'm still happy.
Nothing can help make you feel better than a victory, for sure. That's for sure, Harrison. I know that. But congratulations to
in
yourself.
The past few days as well.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back next week for one of my favorite tracks, and I'm sure it's a couple other guys' favorite tracks. We are going to be at the Suzuka Circuit in Japan. Cannot wait for that. Round 9. So hopefully you guys can catch that. But one final congratulations to Enzo, Mattis Gamer Boss, and yourself, Harrison, for this evening. Solid podium for everybody.
Let's go.
But we'll catch you guys next week. SF1 Bros and SF1 are going to sign out. If you guys want to tune in, same time, same channel, you can catch GP3 on Thursday, GP2 on Friday, and GP1 on Sunday with myself. Until then, everybody stay safe. Have a lovely week. We will see you soon. SF1 signing out. Good night.